Alright guys, so this is the 26-foot Olympic XL. I got it last week, did some pressure washing on it. It's got a long way to go. The floor from the very back to the transom all the way up to like the bow is pretty much rotten for like the first 3 feet down the middle. So I'll probably turn that out anyways, and then when I redo the transom back here, when I put outboards on it, I can't decide if I'm going to do twin outboards for tuna fishing or if I'm going to do a 250 single. I'll probably do matching Suzuki's on the back if I do, and then probably a king trailer. And then back here I'm planning on doing a full stand-up glass door and then putting a fish box where the inboard is, and then probably going to keep the top part of the gel coat and do a good buffing, sanding, and get it down to the original and get rid of the oxidation, and probably re-gel coat the bottom. I'm not going to be keeping in the water. It's pretty much going to be sitting on the trailer when it's not being fished. So I'll probably sand it down, get rid of the anti-fouling paint, and then probably do like a white gel coat, maybe like a two-tone gray. And then besides that, probably just a little miscellaneous stuff. I'm planning on putting a rear helm steering in the back, probably on the right hand side, and then up above have a depth sounder matched to probably a Lowrance up in the front. So alright guys, so here's the inside. So here's the inboard that's in there right now. I'm planning on ripping this out probably into next month or this month. Really depends on when my dad wants it. I'm planning on giving it to my dad so he can probably fix it up. It's a 350 Chev, and then he's probably gonna fix it up, maybe put it in his International Scout. He has a 1965. It's pretty sweet. He's got a lot of restoration to do, so that's that. Probably gonna put the fish box down inside, have a custom one, or maybe put like I don't know what size freshwater tank I'm planning on doing for the kitchen sink on the inside, but plans change. Here's the steering that originally came with the boat, so I'm planning on moving that stuff up to the back, fiberglassing in a new box, probably do a custom box, probably some storage lockers underneath, do some stuff like that. Probably put like a little table underneath that has like a little black light for putting your plugs and stuff underneath or whatnots. Back here, I'm just gonna grind it all down along the side because it has this little lip from where the inboard sits. Plan on grinding that down, and then when I replace this rock floor, I'll look at the stringers, probably replace those with some Kusa board so there's no moisture hold, and then make it a completely flat deck. This deck has an auto flush out here, so there's like a little looks like a ping pong ball on each side that allows water out but doesn't allow water back in. So I'm probably gonna leave that, tidy some stuff up, maybe build like a little custom fiberglass box back here so it keeps all the wiring and stuff like that hidden away and out of the weather. But like I said, everything changes, so. And then I'll probably put down a washout station here, so I can wash the deck off. It's probably just going to be salt water. I'm not going to use fresh water for it, but you never know. And back here, still haven't really decided. I'm probably going to have to cap that off, get rid of it, because I'm pretty much going to be getting rid of the inboard, so I can't really use any of the stuff that are used by the inboard. So here's the inside. So I plan on doing probably from the top down to the bottom about the same distance, full glass, and probably running like a 30% tint around the boat because we're gonna be mooring up at the San Juans and stuff like that, and I don't really want to have curtains, but safety and privacy, so probably need to get a couple locks of the boat here. But yeah, you can see on the floor it's pretty rotten for the first 3 feet wide all the way up to the bow, so that's gonna be replaced, and probably do some anti-skids from soft sand or something like that. Through here, this is the original toilet. I'll probably rip that out, put a new one in there. I don't know if this has a tank for the toilet or not, but there was a thing back in the day where you could dump your waste out in the water a certain amount of miles offshore, but that's not allowed anymore, I'm pretty sure. So I'm just gonna do a easy cleanup toilet for when we're up the San Juans, and we can dump it when we get back. So here's the cabinetry. It's all gonna be ripped out. Dual kitchen sink. Still need to do a lot of cleanup. The sink and the stove are still in pretty good shape. The guy says he doesn't even think this has been used. I'm the third owner, FYI. So I'll probably rip the stove out, maybe do like my dad's Olympic has a little stove underneath the driver's seat, lift that up, and you can detach any whatever you're planning on using, propane or stove fuel or whatever. I just don't want to have onboard fuel all the time because it's just something for it to go wrong. So here's the brand new Ray Marine the guy gave me. It's still in the original package. I looked it up. It's an older one. I think it's like a earlier 2000s. I have to do some more research on it, but it's going to be a big project to put it on, and then I don't really need a radar since I'm going to have a nice step sounder and stuff like that. But things change, and you never know what happens. So here's a table. This folds down to a bed. This cushions lay down, so that could be a bed for another person. I got 2 kids and a wife, so I gotta make it comfortable for them so I can go out fishing more often. So here's the driver's seat. All the cables are frozen, except for the forward and reverse. And the steering wheel back here is pretty tight, but everything's coming out since I'm putting outboards, but the kicker motor on the back, the Suzuki, or not Suzuki, excuse me, Yamaha 9.9. It's electric start. The guy says that he got the boat, and the guy that had it before him, his buddy, put it on, and he ended up passing away, and he only took it out once, so he's thinking it has less than 10 hours on the motor. It's just been sitting outside, so the outside looks kind of crappy, but it could probably be cleaned up, put a new hood on it, or painted, or whatever, but the inside looks still brand new from the factory. So in here are some storage lockers and stuff like that underneath here, but I'm planning on doing probably some like gloss white or something underneath for cabinets and stuff like that for storage. This is all the crap that came out of the boat. A lot of stuff that's from earlier 90s, and got some cool old brochures and stuff like that. So it's kind of cool looking back in time. He's got some offshore power. It's got some bunks up here for sleeping. That pad right there lays down right in here. For extra storage. My dad's Olympic, he has the toilet storage underneath, but I'm still planning on keeping that toilet area in the back. Still trying to decide on what exactly my layout's going to be, but it's going to be different than the way it is right now. So if you guys have opinions or ideas on what you guys think is best, I'm definitely open to options. So he threw in a new downrigger. I think it's a pen, and then a manual, but the interior looks pretty good. Plan on redoing it. The top is all crappy. If you touch it, freaking crap comes down, and so that the headliner is going to have to come down and be replaced and stuff like that. But it's got a anchor storage up there. I'm not sure how the drain works for up there. I don't know if they ran a PVC pipe from the drain up there all the way to the back, or it's running down these stringers. But if it's running down the stringers, I'm kind of worried about having some rot if any damage to it. So if I redo the stringers at all, I'll probably go up there, run a PVC through the drain all the way to the back of the boat, so no water's sitting in the transom and in the bottom of the hull. But there's a lot of work to do, but I'm definitely not afraid to do some work. So if you guys have ideas on what I should do, definitely open to options. So thanks for following, subscribe, and like the videos, please, and more will be coming when I get a chance. Thanks, guys.